Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready.
What's good, StarCraft fans? My name's Captain Canuck, aka The Real Winter Soldier, and welcome back to another exciting episode of StarCraft 2 Action. It appears that my webcam does not appear to be on. Let's turn that baby on, why don't we? Let's get that rocking and rolling, eh? Want to turn on for me? How's that? Let's get it going. I don't know, it was working just a minute ago. If we do that, and we go that. Hey, there we go, okay. Welcome everyone, we are so excited to have you here today for this exciting StarCraft 2 matchup, a PVT we have for y'all tonight. ZVT, actually. ZVT, we have the little Ling fighting up against a Marine. I do not as of yet have a Marine, but it is on its way. I have made by Atira herself awesome, one of those like melting bead sort of things, Carbot Marine. So this Ling is having to face up against that guy who's not even showing up yet. How rude. How rude. Alright guys, I will be doing this today. It is going to be quite a series that we have in store for you. I guarantee it. Now, I have some updates on my system. I have a new mouse, I have a new webcam, there's some new stuff. So I am able to see chat. I have set it up so that chat is right in front of me. So if at any point there's any sound, video, or game issues with quality, too loud, too quiet, lag, what have you, please do not hesitate to let me know. And we will get that all underway. Okay, so also, at this moment, guys, I would like to remind you to tell your friends, your family, your parents, your acquaintances, your enemies, your frenemies, your schoolmates. I know, all year off school right now, many people will not be working, so go tell them, give them the link to this stream. They gotta know that it's some hype action right here, right now. As well, guys, there is a Matcherino code that is available to be used. It appears that the Matcherino link is not in the description over at Follow Us. Well, we'll figure that out later, as I'm not exactly sure how that's fixed. I don't think I can fix it. I think I need to be signed in to the Alpha X Africa TV channel, so we'll take care of that later. But there are many other places you can find it. You can find it on Liquipedia with the link with the page on this Alpha Pro series. But these players are fighting for $100 plus your Matcherino codes. It's a 70-30 split, so the winner of this here match will get $70 and the loser $30. So it's still pretty good. Alrighty. That is all I can think of to cover and go over at this point in time. So ladies and gentlemen, let us get underway. Our players are ready to go. Our first map will be Ephemeron. And so let's get into the game. The game is being loaded right now, guys. Let me know in the chat who you are hyped about seeing. Is it MaSa? Is it True? Are you Zerg? Or are you Terran? Or maybe you're just here for a good time. Let me know who you think's gonna win. It's a best of 9. Let's see how deep into it we go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to round 1. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Spawning in the top left side of Ephemeron. He's in the blue, using the Terran pieces from Alpha X. It's MaSa. And his opponent down in the bottom right corner in the red, choosing to use the red Zerg using the Zerg race. Give it up for Psystorm Gaming's True. Alrighty, so we have already a very cheeky strat here out of True, going for spawning pool, then gas with no... Oh, that's the wrong base. With no hatch yet. We don't see a drone going on down. This one not even rallied to there. Now we have a drone going on down, but a very aggressive opening here out of True. Normally you sometimes see the spawning pool go down first, and then the hatchery, just as more of a defensive play, but when you get gas before the hatch, True's looking to get some damage done early. It is going to be a Reaper expand, typical out of Terran, allows them to get some scouting information as early as possible. It's a good time. But the nice thing about this strategy out of True is it looks to punish any kind of cheese. It's out of the way, and potentially good for a bit of an earlier timing attack before the Terran can have enough units prepared. Less Hellions, less on the ground as they're focusing on economy. MaSa here, on the other hand, is now going to be able to start to have that Reaper go out. Is followed up by Marine, so not going to... MaSa also playing a little defensively, which is a good sign, as True has the tools available to do some kind of cheeky Ling run by. These Lings nearly able to sneak by the Reaper to deny the command center, but the Reaper with superior Michael will be able to come in and snipe both of these Lings. A nice grenade was able to keep it alive and keep it at half health. The Lings, both of them will get picked off, and a drone's worth minerals right there. The Overlord will start to get a scout over for True. First Overlord is here. However, another couple of Lings were able to sneak by the Reaper. No damage done, and this SEV is in a lot of trouble. Oh, MaSa not willing to risk it for the biscuit. The Marines are going to come down. The CC going to be delayed by a couple seconds, but really not that big of a deal. The Reaper denying creep like a boss here. Able to get a second... Oh, no. Oh, able to deny the creep tumor either for the first time. Yes, it would be the first time, as that does count as a... Oh, that counts as a kill. Fun fact. Spawning creep tumors killed do count as a kill, but the Speedlings will be able to finish off that Reaper. Not bad. The Reaper able to deny the third base for 17 additional seconds. Not bad. The latest you want to have that popped up is 3 minutes, so unfortunate there for True. Good play from MaSa, my Alpha X brother. We do have a very fast third CC. A bit of a risky play as Terran, especially if you're playing Protoss. Protoss can punish it, but if the Zerg doesn't spot this, True hasn't dived in the Overlord to see it just yet. So it's looking like MaSa can get away with it. This is going to ramp up his economy, to which he can hit a really nice 3-base timing and try and punish the Zerg and potentially even end the game. We do have a Roach Warren popping up now for True. His drone production has stopped, so this is looking like it's going to be a bit of a short game. He's mining from a second gas as well, but doubles the gas saturation, and there come the roaches. So this is going to be actually something to punish the 3cc timing. A little, not too sure how much True actually knows. If this is legit, the Queen's moving out of position so that the Hellions couldn't get the splash damage on the creep tumor, but the Hellions were a bit smarter. A couple of things are here to spot for anything swinging by the side, trying to sneak by this here Overlord. A couple more Hellions have joined their brothers. Seeing that the third base is online, haven't checked the worker count. True sticking at a mere 36, banking up the Roaches. The Roaches now have been spotted. MaSa knows what's coming. The Roaches are starting to move across the map, and Lings are just going to be flooded now. 2 barracks instantly going down. Cancelled add-on here, but supply blocked is MaSa. It's a disaster. There are no siege tanks nearby, but there is a Banshee with another one on the way. The Banshee going to be able to have free reign on everything. The SCVs are going to have to retreat for the time being. There's actually this nice big open spot. No, a bunch of the SCVs get shut out and are going to die for the greater good. Ravagers have morphed. One of them does die pretty early. The building supply depot is going to go down. The Banshee continuing to just fire without any kind of resistance. There is a Marauder or 2 here, be able to tank nicely against the Lings here. The Hellions roasting all the Lings to bits. The Roaches are all gone now, as well as the Ravagers. The second Banshees join the fray, and MaSa has held. True droning up behind this like a madman, up to 52 workers, having 11 in production at a time. This power of Zerg. Macro strong in this one. Able to now put himself in a very nice economic advantage. However, that attack that he did was not cheap, and MaSa lost very little for it. If we look at the units lost, only 7 SCVs went down in that fight. Not what you were looking for in that kind of push, but it'll have to do. The third CC is also there, so any workers lost will be able to be replenished. The double Banshees are going to come in. They do not have Cloak, and there are 3 Queens here to be able to defend this. Those Banshees are going to have to scamper out of there. Those are some juicy overlords. We do have a Hellion run by here, though, able to snipe 4 drones. The rest of the drones lining up nicely. The Hellion's trying to get on top of it. The drones actually getting right into the line of fire of the Hellions. The Hellion's roasting a bunch, not actually able to get any critical damage on them. Most of them bruised, battered, and nearly torn, but none gonna go down. Double-pronged harassment, not bad, but not what you're looking for. A lair only just starting now at the 6 3/4 mark of this game. True, feeling the pressure after that failed rush. However, MaSa only now putting his 3rd CC on location. He's had it for quite a while, but with that kind of push, MaSa didn't feel comfortable till about now. He does have siege tank production going. He has a good bile force. He does have stem combat shields. Not being researched right now. I might have just missed it. No, MaSa neglecting combat shields. A bit of a mistake here out of him. The Banshee gonna try and get the snipe here. Oh my gosh. Literal decimals of health. Holding on for dear life as this hatchery. Queen's unable to transfuse buildings that are structures that are building. We'll get the technical terms correct. And a Baneling Nest going to be added in. It's looking like after the Roach push, True's going to transition into Lingbane Muta or Lingbane Hydra. We'll see here in a moment. The lair is just completed. It is a Spire. Right down here at the natural of True. So it's going to be Lingbane Muta. However, there's a big push here trying to finish off this hatchery. Focus down the hatchery and then going to lift up into the Medivacs. Able to take out the Queen as well. An excellent pickoff. The Medivacs not quite done with their damage though. Going to sit tight over here to be able to get something done. That's a lot of Zerglings though. Currently 56 out on the map and a 69 worker economy to the 64 of MaSa, who's doing a good job getting things moving. 1-1 is nearly complete for both players. This Overlord finally going to get taken out. He lived far longer than he ever should have. But the production of MaSa is getting up to where he wants it. A nice diamond formation of 5 barracks. Just look at that. Barracks factory, barracks starport, barracks, and barracks. 5 barracks and 1 factory and 1 starport. We'll see either another factory, another starport added on, depending on what kind of route MaSa wants to take on. We'll probably see another factory, but oh no, that's not a complete wall off, and the Lings are going to be able to sneak into the base. The 3rd base is under a lot of threat. The 4th CC going to have to get cancelled. 4 SCVs going down, but the rest of them able to retreat quite well. The couple of that are building these buildings are going to lose their lives for ire as well. 9, 10 total are going to go down. The rest of the base is under fire. 3 Marines is not going to be enough, but that's because we have another attack going on down here. This base still not going to get up. MaSa denying the 4th base yet again. That's where the main army is, but the 3rd base will just have to be lifted for now. A few mutas are out on the map. We do have 13 actually already out. No Baneling speed though. These Marines though are on creep, and that's going to be really dangerous. Not going to be able to split very well. The Marines not, they're getting tanked by the Marauder really well. The Ling's getting right on top of the siege tank, so siege mode not going to be useful at all. A lot of the mutas, there's not enough Marines to tango with these mutas anymore, but the mutas are going to go and chase down the Medivacs. The remaining Bile Force is going to get picked off. So denying the 4th base again, a really nice choice by MaSa, but True is just going to expand now over here saying, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Go for it a 3rd time, and I think that I might just kill myself. Venomous now able to get some good harassment. Another 6 workers and counting going to get picked off. There's just not enough Marines quite yet in all locations to be able to do with this. An additional 9, but MaSa with that 3rd CC is able to keep toe-to-toe with these units for now. Army supplies are a little in favor of MaSa. Supply overall is dead even. Couldn't be closer, even if this was a cross stitch and you had the trickiest stitches you ever had to do. I know, a super impressive analogy. 2-2 is completing now for True. MaSa, having only started it a few seconds ago, it's only about 2/7 of the way done. Wait, where's he has 4 engineering bays. That is yet another mistake, doing double engineering bays. The mine able to get a good shot on the Mutalisks. The Mutalisks, though, are in such high quantity that the missile turrets aren't able to get up. Actually, it's only 12. How did he lose that? I guess just wasn't going on it. But the flank of Marines are going to be able to take out all of the Mutalisks. All of them go down. A brilliant play out of MaSa, who, although down in upgrades, is able to take out every single last Mutalisk. Only 2 remain on the field that weren't with the main pack. 7 more in production. We do have another drop coming out here. The medevac almost able to drop out every last Marine before the end, taking out quite a number of Banelings. An excellent trade. Here we go. Moving now for a 4th base. The army of MaSa is trying to get things set up and ready. Only 2 siege tanks remain, and it's just Marines and medevacs marching 9 by 1. Hurrah, hurrah. That queen, a lot of trouble, not able to poop her creep. However, True, not wanting to dance on creep, is deciding to go for a counterattack. So many Zerglings, not a lot of Banelings actually, and a couple of Mutalisks are going to be attacking over here. There are a lot of Marines, some defending here. The Banelings will burst through though, and the Marines there are going to have to reinforce from the 3rd base. That's just so many Zerglings though in mass quantity. However, the main army of MaSa is moving down into the natural of True. True has 0 Banelings over here, but is ravaging through the natural. The natural will die. +2 weapons did complete though before all of this, and +2 armor it looks like will complete. True not content and going into the main, he's going to go into the 3rd and deny things there. The red Marines are going to try and hold on for as long as possible. A nice choke point here. MaSa in a very comfortable defensive position here as he takes out the natural base of True. However, MaSa is supply blocked, so no more production. The siege tanks able to shell onto everything. The drones, long distance mining, have not a chance. The Zerglings, though, from the attack are coming back, and that's a lot of Banelings crashing through all the siege tanks. The splits are going to have to be gorgeous. Not all the Marines are attacking onto the force of True, though. True, continuing to steamroll forward, is still down in army supply. The rest of the army must just not be here for MaSa. Supplies are still dead even, trading a base for a base. Worker counts are pretty even, and MaSa able to keep a slight edge in terms of army. This base, though, finally has been able to stabilize, so True did get a 4th base, even though he lost this one. MaSa still stuck on now 2 bases, technically. 1 base is this base is pretty much all mined out. 2-2 is complete for both sides, actually. And, oh, this is a big deal. True has to rebuild his Spire. Spire, which was right over here, did get taken out. He is going for Hive, though, feeling now is the time, both players having to go back and lick their wounds, so now's the time to get any additional tech that they feel is most appropriate. Infestors are also coming on out. These Marines have to be super careful. Only 1 will die. The Banelings just make it so scary. The army of MaSa, though, is swinging towards the west side. There is a counterattack of Lings and Banes coming now into the 3rd. Let's see. Can MaSa react in time? He's pulling the SCVs, but in the wrong direction. The Banelings say, hello, happy birthday to us. 10 SCVs instantly going down. MaSa now down to 30 workers. The reinforcements are going to have to stay back for now to clean up the remaining units, but ooh, MaSa, you're in a lot of trouble, sir. This push has to deal critical damage. If he can take out this base, it's going to be super good. Not a lot of Banelings here. The splits, decent. The siege tanks going to be able to stay on this bridge and be able to get a lot of stuff going for them. The Marines trying to move forward to take out the drones. The drones are wisely evacuating in the right direction. This base, though, could get taken out very easily. So True actually going to be denied this base yet again. This is the 3rd time he's lost that base. However, Hive is done. He's rebuilding his Baneling nest out, now realizing he doesn't have it. A big advantage here for MaSa. The Adrenal Claws, aka crack cocaine for Zerglings, is being cooked up in that vial of acid. Vial, more like a pool, not pool of acid. Breaking Bad, more like busting Banes. Heyo. This Overlord doesn't know what he's doing over here and is going to get taken out. MaSa continuing to just content himself on Marines and Medevacs, not getting any additional tech for the time being to be able to deal with this. We do have +3 Carapace on the way now for True to help with those Zerglings. It's just Zerglings, Banelings versus Marines and tanks. There's a couple infestors here, though, to be able to provide some fungals. The siege tanks, ooh, that was a bit dangerous. That was a really critical time they could have jumped. Probably could have gotten some good trades. But neither player banking up much money except for gas. 124 supply on either side. The soups are pretty even. Yelp reviews saying, it's not a whole lot going on. But now clearing up some creep. True, however, saying, screw you. We're going to go for a counterattack. A drop here is going to be able to deny a 4th base and a 5th base. These Marines able to take it out. These ones over here have a little bit more work to do, but it's defended by the main army. The Banelings actually rolling through. Marines sacrificing their lives. These Banelings rolling away from the Marines. That's not where you want to be. Banelings getting taken out. Some nice pickoffs, and this base is in a lot of trouble. Can the Marines get it before in time? Ooh, no, controlling all of them at once. This one Marine is going to try and get the hero kill. Down to 6 HP, and there it goes. True cannot get off of 3 bases. He's going to try and slap down this one over here yet again. But these siege tanks are going to unsiege. And MaSa content with the denying of the bases for now. He, however, though, is still, he's minding out of this one. This base, though, is moving towards here to try and get some kind of a 4th base. Everywhere is pretty much mined out. If we take a look at the remaining minerals, we got 110, 105. Nothing here except for, like, nothing in that. We've got 75, 865, 60, 920. 500 away from 420. Get lit. But both players are going to content themselves. This is just back and forth action. Nail-bitingly close. Intense oversaturation over here at this base, but you don't need to build more SCVs. 46 seems like a low number, but you don't need more when you don't have the bases to do it. These Lings forming a wall more strong than anything the US has ever seen. A squad of Marines is going to scan and be able to start taking out some creep, which has spread to the middle of the map over here. So a decent attempt at continued creep spread here by True. A Zergling run by is heading over here towards this base, but there's really not a whole lot point to it, as there's nothing really here to kill. Except maybe an orbital, but that can lift off. That is a lot of Zerglings and Banelings. We do have a Viper. Is it just a single? No, there's a secondary Viper. Oh, no. Where's this? But only one queen actually on the map right now. Interesting. Not quite yet scanning to get the creep. There we go. The Zergling run by was able to take out some of the SCVs over here, but the Marines are able to do this. Ling's trying to go for us around here, but the spread of MaSa is just so impressive. He's covering. He's got Marines to the north, Marines to the south, siege tanks in a nice triangular formation, and reinforcement Marines coming down to the south. But with the bridges here and the Marines and siege tanks able to choke on the Lings aren't quite able to get around. True's going to go for it, though. Truly, he is audacious. One Blinding Cloud does go down on the forward siege tanks. The Lings are able to take out the second. The third one doesn't have much defending it. The Lings and the Banes were just enough. The Infestor's able to drop a few fungals, and MaSa is now down to half the supply of True. True pressing his advantage. GG is called, and MaSa's going to lose game number 1, and True wins, going up 1-0. A brilliant back and forth packed game. Both players keeping the other on such low economic points. Not able to get a high drone count was True. MaSa not able to get off 3 bases till near the end, but it just wasn't enough to give him the production edge of True. And the Banelings were able to be enough. And the snuck in little bits of hive tech were also critical in True's victory. If there had been some ghosts for EMPs on those spellcasters, or for snipes, if there had been maybe some Thors to tank, Marauders even, Hellbats, I don't know, something. I'm not a huge Terran player, so I'm not the highest of experts in that regard. But something, some Widow Mines even, some Widow Mines to provide some additional AoE with the amount of Zerglings that were there would have been phenomenal. Okay, so I have to put chat up on my phone, actually. My head is itchy. So that I can see what you guys are saying. is chat? Chat. Let's see if it works. And then the next map pick will be, is that Simulacron? Simulacron, let me see. I don't, from what I'm looking at right now, the next map will be, hold on, let me find out. By the way, guys, if you say anything, it needs to be in English. I cannot read Korean. I apologize. Yes, our second map will be Simulacrum. Chrome? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce any of these things. So here we go. Let's load into game numero 2 and have ourselves a good time, eh? Have ourselves a good time. But yeah. Sorry, guys. I had to turn off chat earlier. But here we go. Let's get into game number 2, shall we? I'll introduce our players. Ladies and gentlemen, in the bottom right corner of Simulacrum, playing as the Blue Zerg player from Team Psystorm Gaming, competing for the World Championship Tournament of the World, it is True! In the top left corner, playing in the red color and the Terran race from the StarCraft team Alpha X, playing for the World Championship Series Tournament of the World, it is MaSa! Okay, so those that introduction is inspired by the boxing match I saw at the beginning of like the first couple rounds, and the players coming in and the announcer introducing them, and he, like, for every introduction said world 5 million times. It was redonkulous, okay? Absolutely, just, it was weird. I didn't get it. I was like, it was really funny, so I thought, hey, I'm going to do this now. So, True going for the exact same opening with the pool gas hatch we saw before. Nearly enough to get speed, like, as the spawning pool finishes. That's ridiculous. MaSa going for the Reaper expand as well. Yeah. So, pretty simple. So, Simulacrum. Guys, that's what we're going to call it, because I don't know the proper way of doing it. So the cool thing about Simulacrum is it's kind of got these bases that allow just this kind of horizontal play, because it flows. After the natural, the next 3 bases just flow in this beautiful straight line, but the areas of attack are actually decently open, because even these choke points, if you want to call them that, are decently big, and then it's just running around through different pathways, whatever. A bit of a hop up and down of the base, high ground, low ground sort of style thing, but nothing too crazy. The Reaper actually retreating after seeing a very late hatchery, feeling very worried about himself, I'm guessing. Actually, yeah, is coming back to hunt the lings that he knows are scooting around out here. Oh, he's so close to spotting them, but True, with the sight of the Overlord, knows how to keep them safe. He's gonna just keep them over here for now. The Reaper, looks like he feels safe enough to go across the map. And the lings should come back anyway, because this base is finished. There will be a bunker pop down this time, though, keeping him a little bit more safe, which is nice. The Reaper, I'm gonna try and snipe this. The grenade trying to pop the Queen away, but the Queen's patience proved effective. Speed is now done, and this Reaper, having gotten so low on HP from the Queen, is easily gonna get picked off by these 2 lings. A few more lings are out, a total of 8. Those want to do some nibble damage, as that is sacrificing of some stuff. This base going to be third on the way. However, we don't have a fast third CC. Instead, we have the Fusion Core. MaSa going for some BC play. Tech Lab ready to rumble. We do have a Viking out on the map. These Lings gonna run in, try and snipe some SCVs, but with the Hellions and the Marines in the bunker, and not a lot of SCVs there quite yet. Not in too much of a danger. There is an Overlord coming towards the north, though, that might be able to sneak in and get some information rocking and rolling. But this Viking gonna start denying the Overlords. Overlord's gonna try and get in, but the starport is on the tech lab, and battle cruiser is almost here, starting to be constructed. Now, here's a question for you: how in the world does a giant battle cruiser fit inside this little hole, and really inside this whole starport? Like, this, has anyone else wondered that? Or is it like, is this like a teleportation pad or something? I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like that's not the most realistic of things. And why is it that in starports, or really anything from Terran, you can't see what's being built, but out of a Stargate you can? What's up with that? I don't know. Hellions, though, are over here trying to deny some creep and potentially even a fourth base. True is able to sneak the Overlord to the north and then seize the pumpin' Fusion Core. Now, on the new patch, this could potentially be something like Liberator range, early Liberator range, because it's now out of the Fusion Core. However, the battlecruiser jumps here to the edge of the main. True has 3 queens and a spore in position. Lair is about 3/7 of the way completed. This battlecruiser is going to try and snipe down 1 queen. No transfuse, that was the highest energy queen. Then one drone and 1 queen for half the health of this battlecruiser. The queen's already getting ready to move down in case the battlecruiser fully swings around to the natural. There are spore crawlers in each base. A roach warren is online. This Overlord finally going to get taken out by the thingy. The Hellions not quite jumping in. This battlecruiser in the red. Battlecruiser is in danger of dying. That is what all the blinky lights mean. True. Continuing to just pump up that economy. Is supply blocked for the time being, so we'll need a few more Overlords for a good while, but at 73 drones and getting a Spire. Roach speed, he's prepping himself for some kind of big attack, is now going to be dropping a 4th base with the defense of these 5 queens. And the Hellions able to get enough splash damage on that. Is a lot of queens, Hellions actually, which is indicative of mech. We're gonna see MaSa try to mech it work after Bio didn't work in game 1. My favorite Terran strat of mech is gonna be going with battlecruiser support. The battlecruiser that did try and get some damage done, the Hero BC, is all repaired up, ready to go. No more blinky lights. But instead are just going to move out so that they can teleport home when in danger. That is a lot of Hellions. No Blue Flame yet. We do now have Cyclones on the production tab. No Blue Flame yet, but Magfield Accelerator is going to help get those lock-ons more powerful. Roaches are now starting to move out. The True, very prepared, and 12 Corruptors as soon as that Spire finishes. Those battlecruisers are going to have a hurtful time. That is for sure. Another expansion going down, True double expanding when your opponent can't really punish a lot yet, as Cyclones are really the damage dealers to structures. These Hellions still doing a great job at denying creep, trying to get a lot of damage on these queens, lowering their energy as much as possible. The Roaches, though, not something those Hellions can tangle with. They're going to have to run away. 11 more Roaches out, but here come the battlecruisers. Yamato's here. The Corruptors have been made, but they're not all here, and they're just going to teleport out before the reinforcement Corruptors go. A nice small little bit of damage. Don't push your luck. Just don't risk it for the biscuit if you don't have to. We'll patiently wait it out. Sniper, I agree. Go, MaSa, go. I know I'm a caster, but I don't have to be unbiased when it's my own team. We do have missile turrets coming on out here. The Roach is now going to be coming on to attack. The Hellions still don't have Blue Flame. There are some Cyclones out now that are going to be able to kite, but that's a lot of Roaches, Ravagers, and Corruptors. There is not enough here. True is maxed out. The soup don't lie. As we see it, the Ravagers and Roaches just piling down. The Terrestrial turrets getting biled to the ground. A lot of the Corruptors have gone down, and the Battlecruisers still actually have a lot of health with the SCVs repairing under, but how do you kill that many Roaches? I know BCs have a good amount of DPS. One of the Battlecruisers does fall. The SCV's getting picked off. The second one will die as well, and GG True's going up 2-0. MaSa just was not able to keep up with the power of True. MaSa was respectable and cautious with his battlecruisers, but if you're going to invest that much into them and into mech, either don't get that many Hellions or get way more done with your battlecruisers, because the amount of Roaches that True had, it didn't matter. You're going to power through anything, and with the Corruptors in the sky able to distract the BCs for so long, they weren't able to help the Roaches and Hellions. They deal so damage to Roaches so slowly, and especially without Blue Flame. Blue Flame's cheaper, and you had a second tech lab. Just get it. Just get it. The attack lined up nicely with 1-1. The ones being +1 missile attack and +1 air attack. No carapace. Okay. So that means True goes up 2-0. So we're going to go into game here on Eternal Empire, which is going to be a good time, but hold on here for a second, guys. Actually, no, I don't need to do that right now. Okay. Let's move into our next game. Game number 3 on Eternal Empire. I actually need to take a drink, guys. So while this game loads up, you get hyped and get excited. Alright, let's switch the overlay and get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, switching colors back and forth a couple times in these games, but hey, that's okay. Fortunately, they're different races, so the color don't matter that much. Let's see who we've got. Maybe it's changed, who knows. I'll hover over just to make sure. In the bottom left of Eternal Empire, looking to bring back the glory of the Dominion, the blue Terran from Alpha X is MaSa. Going for the same build and going for the same build. This game's 1 and 2. It's the Red Zerg from Psystorm Gaming. True. Okay. So, Zerg, known to be a very strong economic race, but the strategy of the pool gas hatch, although isn't as strong economically per se, it does give a lot of early game routes, both aggressive and defensive. It does put things a little bit behind, but if that's the way you're comfortable playing, then whatever, right? But ooh. What's this? Oh, I was about to see the command center's late. Is it? No. No, it's not. It's like, wait a second. I feel like it should have been already thrown down, but I was wrong. The SCV, though, going to be moving across the map at this point. Getting a little bit of an earlier scout. MaSa, maybe he's got that gut feeling that there could be some cheese on the way. There's the standard 4 lings, but the SCV doesn't know that. He maybe's like, there are more coming. I have to warn the people. Can you hear the people singing? Zerglings are coming, Zerglings are coming, Zerglings are coming. Put down the bunkers and build the marines. Oh, if only SCVs had guns. In co-op they do, if he plays Minx. Okay, the lings, although they've already been spotted, are swinging around the outsides of the map, checking. What are they checking for? Why? Dodging the Reaper, I guess. Where is the Reaper even? The Reaper's just chilling at the watchtower. So the Reaper's actually waiting for the Lings to come in. The SCV doing the real scouting, able to a spot for the third base. The Overlord's gonna see this, and the Northern Lings. Nope. The Reaper, feeling comfortable that his family at home is safe, is gonna now move out. But the Lings have speed. The Reaper gonna start to help defend this little guy, and oh, the grenade actually takes him out. But these Lings, the Reaper, the micro is good, but 4 Lings is just too much when they have speed. Back at home, drone production continues on. The third base getting thrown down a little bit later. Maybe that's how this works as this build. I don't know. I'm going to have to read into that. The Queen spewing her vomit over this to be able to provide that additional larva. A very interesting mechanic. We do have a second gas now going on down, and the Roach Warren has joined the fray too. So it's looking like it might be another one of those Roach timings that we saw in Game 1 out of True. As it all looks according to like that. As we just see Overlords, no more drones in production. Hellions are out, but Hellions, as I've said before, don't do the greatest job against roaches. A Viking is coming out to help deal with things. All the Vikings who may have finished. And ooh, a second factory, so it's going to be mech again out of MaSa. We're going to try and make it work in Game 3, see if he can make something happen. So yeah, 3 factories. I'm just going to keep building more Hellions. The Roach production has begun, though. MaSa really needs to get a read on this, or True's going to have a good time. Because see, there's no drones over here at the third base. That if he could get a sight on that, that'd be a huge indication. He is at the watchtower, though, and does see the Roaches coming and the Ravagers being built. Going to deny creep and then scamper home. Banshees are being built yet again. Those were huge in defending against the Roach play last time, but are the Banshees going to be out in time? There isn't one on the map just yet. It's just a Viking. The Viking has landed. Houston, the Viking has landed. The Hellions getting home just in time to be able to deal with these Lings, getting a bit more out in the open than they would like. The Lings getting a decent surround, going to be able to get maximum damage, but most of the Lings are going to get taken out. So the bunker is going to be able to help deal with this, but the Ravagers have just arrived, so they're going to be able to bile down on that. The Hellions getting healed as the SCVs not only heal but provide a meat shield. The Bile's going down on top of the bunker, but now only starting to snipe stuff. The Banshee, first Banshee's out. The Viking putting in a lot of damage, finally going to get taken out. The bunker lasted as long as it could. The Ravagers and Roaches starting to move up. Ooh, barely able to get the supply depots closed. That's going to be huge. The Lings able to do such minimal damage. Biles, ow, the Bile's actually able to take out the Banshee. A little bit of misattention here out of Mass, and he loses the Banshee. A critical mistake. Only a second Banshee started a minute ago. The depots being down means the Lings are going to get in. The SCVs trying to help tank and buffer. MaSa now a little bit down in workers. Back at home, just more and more units have been made for True. He continues to do it. A tank is now out and is going to be able to take out the last Ravager. Lings are going to try and seal the deaths of more units. They successfully do. One SCV somehow still alive down here. Another one spawns into death. The mortality rate of SCVs is currently only about 10 seconds on average, worse than Vietnam. Another Banshee is now here. Lings just flooding across the map, not able to end the game, but going to be able to deny mine for a while. This siege tank really can't get moved down as there are just too many Lings. A lair is now on the way, and drone production is back online. 21 SCVs total dying in that engagement. A very unfortunate statistic to be witnessing, but gases are just going to be following this up. So we do have an evolution chamber as well. Upgrades are null and void for MaSa. Not feeling like they are worth the investment just yet. Psych, he has an armory and is building a second, so he will be starting his mech upgrades momentarily. Hasn't started Magfield accelerators or Brewframe at all, but it's just continuing to build stuff. Cyclone production has begun, and it is Aspire. Is it for muted? I don't Mutas do so bad against Cyclones? It has to be for Corruptors, right? It's gotta be. So that he can go into Broodlords. Right? Yeah, that's what we're going with. That's what we'll find out. By watching this, this is how we learn and know. The creep spread is actually pretty dismal at this point. But True, not really focusing on that as he was trying to end the game earlier. MaSa with a nice hold, but did he lose too much at it? Third CC now on location. True, not investing in a way to punish it right now as he just went full drone, hitting that D button for days. Actually down in army soup. MaSa though down in overall supply. The fourth base about 4/7 of the way done for True. And the Spire is about to complete. So we'll see if it's Corruptors or not. I think it'll be Corruptors. That's what I'm pretty sure about. Back at home, upgrades are about 5/7 of the way done. Meg failed accelerators only just starting. But building lots of Cyclones. Lots and lots and lots of them. More factories being added on. Getting up to 5 total. Adding on to the reactors. We do have a bit of a Hellion and Cyclone attack here. True, not with enough out just yet, so this creep gonna get denied. Unfortunately, the fourth base is not over here. This Overlord is, though, and that Overlord's gonna have a bad time. That's what an Overlord says as he's dying to Cyclones. There is an attack out of True, though. Moving towards the Watchtower, so you can see the Hellions are here, though. So are the Cyclones. So the kiting capability is great, and even though it's only 4 Cyclones, these Roaches, even with speed, are a little scared to deal with it. Cyclones just move so much faster, and the kiting is so good. Another Overlord losing his life for Ire, a really unfortunate occurrence. That is a lot of Roaches, though. You don't want to go into that concave. MaSa, and he wisely backs up. Blue Flame is now being produced, as well as Liberators. Liberators are going to provide some excellent support, as there are no Ravagers out on the map. With 24 Roaches, though, that is going to be fine. So, in terms of air units, the Spire is just actually for early upgrades, so it will be for Broodlords a little later, once True reaches that point in the game that he feels it is needed. But just content on macroing up, preparing for getting to that high-level army and getting his upgrades. More queens, more creep spread, just making sure everything is good to roll in his economy and defending against these Cyclone run-bys. The Roaches getting picked off quite in high numbers. There's not enough Hellions here, though, so these Cyclones are in a lot of danger to these Lings. If Lings can find a pack of Cyclones without Hellions, they're gonna have a field day, but the Cyclones with their fast speed are able to just stay out of critical range of the Lings, not allowing them to get us around. There's a couple more Hellions, and this time with Blue Flame, so the Lings just melt and evaporate. Roaches getting on top of one of the Cyclones, one will fall, but the rest of them getting damaged so much. And then there's a Siege Tank, a second Cyclone does go down, but not the most effective of trades I've ever seen out of True. Truly, I'm not lying, but oh my... True, banking up money for the Muta Flood of the century. 32 Mutalisks at once on the production tab. And it's just going to be mutt mayhem right now. The Cyclone count, I don't know if it's going to be enough. Sorry about the move, but there's only 11 Cyclones against 32 Mutalisks with 9... There's going to be over 40 Mutas. He's maxed out on Mutas. What a play to mech. And MaSa has no idea. The Cyclone's able to take out all the Roaches, but hello! Mutt-mutts throwing their worms on everything. Widowmine's immediately getting put in the production tab, but what's here to be able to deal with this? There's nothing. The Cyclones can try and kite. There is a Liberator getting some actual nice spot. Oh, the Muta's getting clumped up, all of them are in the yellow. The Liberator having a field day, so much damage being done, but it's not enough. If there was like even 3 Liberators, that would do so well. The Muta's, oh, the clumped up, the Widowmine gets the juiciest hit. I thought True making the least amount of use out of this huge flock of Mutalisks as possible. Remaxing on Roaches. 22 Roaches. Thor is now here, but getting tons of damage done. MaSa losing workers so much. GG, MaSa loses yet again. 3-0 goes True. Unfortunate. but the case. Holy cow, what a sick way to deal with mech! Because I'm going, why True wasn't building anything? That's so uncharacteristic of a high-level player. I'm going, you're banking up money, man. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And his Spire was just sitting there. I'm like, okay, it's maybe he's expecting BCs because of the mech, and so he's got it just in case he needs corruptors. He's getting +1 air attacks. I'm like, okay, yeah, he's prepping for Hive and stuff. That's what you'd normally logically think. At least I think. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I guess, yeah, that's... Huh. 40 mutilate, like 32 at once on the production tab, guys. He's just banking up the larva, and MaSa had no idea. Oh, man. A bizarre time, to say the least. Okay, let me make sure that everything on Liquipedia is working. Yes, we're good to go. Hello to all my amazing viewers. I love you all so far. Right now, there are 60 of you. I love you. You all are great. But I gotta do something first here, everyone. Oh, I know the music flits in and out. It's because when I click out of StarCraft, it stops. I need to find a StarCraft in-game music playlist. Normally, outside of the game, I have just normal music, but on Africa TV, I do not play that. I have been asked to not to. So I'm going to the wrong place. Let's just go to the easy place where we know everything is. Bear with me, guys. Hope you're all having a great day, that you had a great Christmas. You got some cool Christmas presents. I got this new Logitech G903 mouse. It's amazing. Oh, man, it's got buttons. It's like robotic looking. It glows. It glows like right there. I haven't yet programmed these buttons. Not sure what to program them as just yet. Give me suggestions if you have any. Really appreciate that. And I can change the DPI. You can have 5 different DPI settings, and you can manipulate the DPI so much, which is really nice because my old mouse was just like a stock one that comes with a normal computer that you buy and is not very good and doesn't have that much that much DPI manipulation. So now I can really customize it to my preferred playing. I currently have it 900 DPI. That's the lowest that I have on my preset settings. By pressing this button, I can change it, go up or down. I don't really know what DPI to have it at. I like it at 900, it looks like. I've tried it a little bit at 1000, which just felt slightly too fast. And I've also tried it at 800. It just felt too little motion. I also don't have a wide area to move my mouse around, so I'm not used to like going whoo, 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 whoo. I'm more just used to smaller motions. So that's kind of why. But I do want to take a minute to talk to you guys about 24-Hour Fitness, because I personally am not a fitness expert, but they over at 24-Hour Fitness are. 24-Hour Fitness, they do a ton of work to provide the best quality equipment and training that they can for you. One of the neat things that you can do at 24-Hour Fitness is schedule a free consultation with some of their experts to help figure out what would be the best way to help you reach your goals. You have some fitness goals, whether it's distance running, strength, in arms, legs, core, butt, whatever those goals are that you can think of something you want to accomplish, even if it's not just for working out solely, but for some other activity, you sit down with them, you schedule a free appointment, and they go over with you what you need to do to reach that goal and what they can do to help you, whether that's getting a personal trainer, what kind of classes you can take, what machines you have to do and how frequently, help you set that all up on the app as well. They're dedicated to helping you do the best you can. So go check them out today, guys. 24-Hour Fitness. Okay. Okay, so we're back in game. We're going to be going into game number 4, which is going to be on Nightshade. Now, little thing about Nightshade after I take a drink. Thing about Nightshade, it's a very dark map, and I don't mean like evil, like Emperor Palpatine evil. I just mean like coloring, and I struggle with that. I don't know about you guys, but I struggle with dark maps like that. I just have such a hard time seeing on them when it's not in the field of vision. It's dark, and especially with blue, it's hard to notice stuff as I would like. But that's okay. That's okay, you know. I keep trying at it, but it is normally I don't even know what map to veto. Say when I'm in a tournament or something, but that one's always my first veto because it's like I don't have to deal with the dark color. Don't have to deal with it. So let's get into game number 4, shall we? Spawning in the top left side of Nightshade, hailing from Alpha X, the blue Terran player. It's MaSa. And in the bottom right, up 3-0. And it hasn't always been in convincing fashion. MaSa's always been able to stop what True wanted to initially do, but True does not let up. He finishes what he started with unrelenting pressure. Guys, give it up for Psystorm Gaming's True, who is actually skipping the gas this time. He's mixing it up a little bit. There's the hatch. MaSa, not really mixing it up, just going for the Reaper Expand yet again. And advantage is just you get that. You match the economy of the Protoss and Zerg in either matchup, but the Reaper is meant as a scouting tool. But oh, hello, nuh-uh. Or saying no to the Reaper and immediately going for the reactor. A ballsy play. MaSa saying he is not gonna keep things standard. The SEV will be the scouter instead. But MaSa looking to be a little more aggressive this time. Gonna be going for some kind of early push. There's no other reason to get a reactor. But True senses blood in the water. What's that? Okay, it's an early Roach Warren, guys. I can't zoom in on it properly. That was really anticlimactic, but stopping on 16 workers. This hatch is but a mere farce. 3 roaches already out. Marines will be produced 2 by 2. The reactor first is a good play, potentially for defending against this. It's going to take the roaches a long time to get across the map. The 4 lings that are made are going to try and deny the command center from going down, but the Marines are already here. MaSa adapting to the early ling pressure that True's been putting onto him. And so the Marines will chase those away, and the 3rd CC will go down uncontested. More and more Marines are being produced. The roaches are beginning their march across the map. It's just going to be 4 roaches. Yep, I didn't lie. 4 roaches and 1 singular Ravager. Ravagers do not get the speed reduction off of that roaches do before roach speed, but they also do not benefit from the roach increase of speed from the roach speed upgrade. What that upgrade's actually called, I don't even know. The barracks now lifting up to spot for the Overlord, but hello roaches. The Marines able to target fire nicely. The Lings able to provide a good bit of damage. The damaged roach actually down to 3 HP is going to turn into a Ravager. The boys are pulled. The boys have to come out. The Bile landing right on top of one of the Hellions, but a second one has joined. The SEVs joining more again. Nice dodge on the Bile. The Roach is trying to kite here. The Ravager's doing it a little bit better. That Roach not really able to get a lot done. 7 workers go down at this point. It's just the Ravagers left. More drones are just being made from behind this. It's a good bit of pressure and has been able to deal a nice bit of damage. True now able to be double the supply. Mostly in workers too, I might add. MaSa struggling. And 2 Ravagers are gonna just continue to deal problem damage. Because guess what? Hellions do crap damage against them. Bile's going down on the CC. The CC just producing SCVs. One will pop out. Will it lift? Ravagers deciding not to go up the ramp, not what they feel is the wisest course of action. And it's just drones and drones and drones. The Biles, they will land on the command center. It'll start to float away, feeling in danger of itself. And it's a Banshee follow-up behind. It's going to be Hellion Banshee push. Now, the nice thing is, True hasn't gotten a third yet. Yeah, he's been building a lot of drones, but he's oversaturated. He's getting double gas down here. He's going to be getting another gas here, so it's going to be Spire play yet again. 2 base Muta. I didn't realize this watching Starkiller, but the Roaches feel it's time to leave. The Ravagers feel it's time to leave, and the first Banshee will pop out. 1 Marine still lives. What a bold man. What a brave man. The Banshee dodging the side of the Overlord. Overlord did not see it. The Barracks seeing the Overlord. But the Ravagers coming back will see the Banshee, so the Banshee won't be able to sneak in undetected, but the Ravagers are going to die. The Hellions are going to get in. The Ravagers are going to try and take a Hellion for their trouble. MaSa with... Oh! I was going to say the MaSa with the nice micro behind that, but Ravagers can shoot across the map, apparently. More range than a Lurker. And that Hellion does die. Third base is going on down now. The Spire is started. And apparently behind this there was a fusion core in the background. Apologies for missing that, everyone. There's a lot to watch, apparently. And it's going to be Battle Cruiser. Now this push is going to be dangerous. If it can hit before the Spire is done and Corruptors or Mutalisks are out, with the Hellion support and the Banshee support, I feel like this Battle Cruiser has a lot of potential to get a lot of damage done. There are no Spore Crawlers in any of the bases, just an Overseer and a few Queens. The Queen count is up to 4, a decent amount, but like I said, the Hellions are starting to move across the map, but that's a lot of Zerglings. The Hellions are as dead as doornails. But the Battle Cruiser has joined the Banshee, and the Battle Cruiser is going to be moving into the main and is going to be able to snipe the first Queen. The other 2 Queens have joined their sisters, but Brenda and Brenda's sister is going to go down. Will Brenda's mom and cousin also fall? The Queens are all going to die, going to be uncontested. The last Queen may live for a little bit. The Battle Cruiser going to snipe a few more of the drones before the Spore Crawler goes up. The Queen with enough energy to transfuse, but can't do it. GG is called as Lings were in the back and MaSa taps out. GG. Just apologies for not noticing that, but they got into the main as well, and yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. So True now going up 4-0. He is now on match point. He potentially will be 5-0ing our hero MaSa. Let me switch the overlay there. Forgot for a second. Could be 5-0ing him. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. I'm trying to think, what could MaSa do? Because he's been trying different strategies, but True has been proving extremely aggressive. An aggressive Zerg is tricky to deal with. So, what can a Terran do against a Zerg who just loves to put that early pressure on, as True has done in nearly every game, almost always with Roaches? These are some cool builds out of True, to just even in that last game, to have the 4 Roaches, 2 of them as Ravagers, and like in the end with the Lings and the other 2 Roaches gone, it was just those 2 Ravagers. But they denied so much mining, they caused enough SCV damage and enough just uncomfortableness and awkwardness out of MaSa that MaSa couldn't play his game. And it's just like what it was just a really effective way of dealing with things. So well done to MaSa there. But we're going to go into game number 5 here in just a second. It's going to be on the map Zen. So, with this appropriate hype music, let's switch the overlay. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is down 4-0 in this best of 9. A very tall task is before him now. But can he do it? I believe. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one, the only, Alpha X's MaSa. Up his sleeve is yet another 16 pool. Up 4-0, looking to make 70 big ones. Storm Gaming is feeling very proud of this man. But will they for the rest of the game? Because he hasn't quite done yet. Let's see what happens. It's true. See, it says so right there. True. It's true. Okay. So MaSa, buddy, you gotta think of something here, man. There's gotta be something you can do. See this little star of a Zergling, Carbotling? He's happy because he knows there's stuff you can do. And oh my gosh, not again. This time I can zoom on it properly. The Roach Warren. The gas was first this time, before the hatch. But it's, even though the order's slightly different every time, it's all the same. 4 lings and another drone. It'll be 15 or 16 workers total. It'll be 16 workers that he stops on. The SUV coming over, seeing that there's no fastest third base possible, and he sees the lings again. He's like, oh no. Oh no. Not again. Not again. Marine follow-up, no add-on, but oh gosh, how did... MaSa's just not gonna have the units. Oh no, there's the 3 roaches. It's just like, oh, it's such a brilliant play. Because what can the Terran do? They're investing so much in economy. It's so punishing. Oh, the lings sneak in, but oh wow, what respectful Zerglings. Those, like, they could have gone in and messed with more stuff, but those Zerglings are just so darn man. Respect. 2 bunkers are going up on the high ground as I think the roaches were spotted. Does one of them have a kill? No. But one of them is turning into a Ravager. Where is the Reaper? Oh, he sees the roach one, so yeah, no, he knows what's coming. Drone being saved, the Reaper knowing he's not going to be a ton of help, so he's only going to start backing off now. But the roaches are just about to arrive. Fortunately, the command center will complete and turn into an orbital. It has plenty of time. One of the bunkers is salvaged, and a tank is already on the way. And a Marauder, Big Daddy Marauder, is here to help deal with these. A really smart play out of MaSa right here, deciding it's not worth it to try and see if it'll live. Oh my gosh, what a play. Saying, screw you, I know that you're just gonna drone behind this. This isn't some sort of all-in getting the 3rd CC. Oh MaSa, you definitely. Siege tank and Marauders out now. Those Ravagers get nothing. Get nothing. And this command center is gonna start moving out and is actually gonna spot the Overlord. Oh, cool play. There's double pillar. What? There's double peeping towers. Who is the map maker? This map maker's obviously a Zerg player. When I play Zerg, I thank you, sir. When I don't, but the double Ravager, double Roach, double Ling hit squad is here. The Marauders, some nice kiting, going to be able to retreat into this protection of the siege tank, and the Lings will get taken out. And it's just going to be this Roach and 2 Ravagers. But against 2 Marauders and a siege tank, oh, they dead. They dead. Ravager's gonna back it up, back it up. And it's looking like we're gonna be getting a 3cc triple racks, quadruple racks play actually, and a starport. So it's gonna be a quadruple racks play with the 3rd CC. I don't think we're gonna see this 3rd CC get on location, guys. I don't think so. Back at home, the Roaches and the Ravager are just going to retreat for the time being, getting up quadruple gas again, so it's going to be Spire play again, but will it be done in time? The lair is about 6/7 of the way done. There are enough drones and a third hatch for larva purposes, but I don't think we're going to be seeing too many more drones produced. We're going to be seeing a flood of Overlords, so that there's enough. Where's the Spire? Where is it? Yeah, there it is. Classic Spire, true, as predictable as what comes out of an egg. Not a whole lot more predictable as you can't get much more predictable, as the old adage says. The engineering bay is going to be able to wall off that rather nicely. This Overseer going to die to this mass of Marines, but the Overseer does see, I think, everything. Saw the 3 racks, but didn't see the 4th. That actually is kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. Because there'll be just even that much more army coming out of MaSa, who is supply blocked. He's building 3 supply depots at a time, mauling off this location nicely. A scan does go down. MaSa does see what he can predict to be a Spire. It's going to be Lingbane, Muta again. 3 random Roaches on the production tab. Don't know what their purpose in life is, but that's okay. That's okay. He has droned up a little bit more, up to 57 workers, but is just going to start building units. He's going to go for another attack as he's feeling a tad concerned about his odds here. MaSa going for a 1-1 timing with just this massive stuff. Is going to be adding on that 3rd CC for extra economy in case it doesn't work, but we're going to be seeing, I guarantee you, a huge push soon. The 5th barracks being slapped on down for maximum production purposes, but you don't just build 4 racks that early without wanting to deal damage. We have drops getting ready here in the natural. And what's this back here? It's an armory. Oh, it's so that 2-2 can get going pretty dang soon. As soon as 1-1 is done, actually. So MaSa, I guess I was wrong. I was expecting, with the 4th racks, I thought that it would be some kind of push, but MaSa deciding that that's not the direction he wants to go. He is down in supply, both army and worker. The army is getting less now. He is getting ready. Over here at the natural, there's not a whole lot. Is Overlord going to get sniped? There isn't a base here. This is the oddest place to have a base because it's so close to the main, yet it's so hard to get anything around. It just swings so far over. This drop, though, not going to do much. This drone getting ready to drop down a 5th base, but the first pack of Mutts going to fly across the map. Just 6 in total. Not a whole lot. 1-1 is done for the Mariners. The 1-1 for the Zerglingers is also going to be done. Mutts gonna find a little bit of damage, snipe some SCVs. The missile turret does deal enough damage to chase them away, at least to keep them at bay, not dealing full damage until the Marines can get there. But 7 SCVs do go down as, oops, sorry, not paying attention. The Mutalisks go down to there as well. The Mutalisks going to look at swinging back, but gonna just fly around and see what damage they can get done. Sniping finished structure building SCVs. And that Hero Marine. Oh man. He just Thanos killed him. Not the Mutas. He just disappeared into ashes. What the heck? This big daddy Thor. Thor is here. Thor is ready to rock and roll. These Mutas don't stand a chance. 15 Banelings are on the production tab. Centrifugal hooks, aka Baneling speed, aka the Grim Reaper's best friend, called Terror, is done. The Mutas flying around, getting little bits and pieces of damage done here and there. It's just nice pickoffs like that do good, but the drop is still over here and is going to be able to start cleaning up creep. And start to move up here. Queen guarding the entrance to the fortress is going to die. That is a lot of Lings, though, just to what feels like an overkill of a surround. There are Ravagers here, though, to deal with any kind of siege tanks. Widowmind is going to be the transition. MaSa recognizing his mistake from Game 2 and is getting Widowminds and Drilling Claws. The going up the ramp is a bad idea for those Lings, those Zerglingers. as the Muta's not in a high enough quantity to be able to deal with those Marines. And the Marines would kill too many before any of them got up the ramp. 2-2 is slightly ahead for MaSa, but not by a lot. Hive is on the production tab at the 10-minute mark. A 5th base is being expanded. The whole left side of the map is True's, but here's a big attack. Will it go to True? No, it doesn't look like it. The Banelings hitting a lot of them hitting the siege tanks and not really any of the Marines. One bile does land, but the Marines, there's so many left over and only one tank and a few Marines die. All the Banelings losing their lives for Ire and not for the right Ire. The Marines are now going to stim forward. For some reason there says SCV here, but the Marines are going to move now into the natural. The drones are not evacuated. The Ling's not in position. The army, it's true, was somehow distracted or something. There's not like there's a counterattack on the other side of the map. The siege tanks are in a defensive position here. Almost taking out the natural base was MaSa, actually, and getting caught. The Marines getting caught up in that choke, not loading up into the medevacs. The Baneling's actually going to get really good hits. Good trades now for True here, and MaSa's going to have to regroup around his Widow Mines. No more siege tanks, but an additional Thor being out. The original Thor isn't here for some reason. I don't know why, but the rest of the units, well, a few that remain, are going to have to load up into the medevac. The Widow Mines, actually, unfortunately, with Drilling Claws, are not going to be able to see. The Overseer is going to be here. The Banelings. Another nice Widow Mine shot. These Widow Mines dealing a good amount of damage. But the Overseer, we'll see what is here. Another drop's going to start to move towards the main. Where is that? There are 3 Thors, actually. They're just chilling here. I think, are they trapped? No. They're just being kept here. Oh, no, they are trapped. That's what, ooh, I bet, ooh. If the Thors had been here at this fight here, at the Battle of True Zen, I bet things would have gone even better in MaSa's favor. And if he'd been able to load up the Marines into the medevacs when they'd come over here, I feel like it wouldn't have been as bad. The drop in the main, though, is getting a little bit of damage done. 3 SCV drones do go down, but ooh, the Mutapack, the Muttmats. Muttmats are at 15 count. That medevac didn't stand a chance without any armor. Another drop going on over here full of 4 Marines, Marauder, and a Widow Mine. Double-pronged attack. The Muttmats do spot it, though. A bit of an unlucky turn of events for MaSa, but what is lucky is this huge attack coming here now. Just a small squad able to finish off that hatchery. That's going to cut into the economy of True a good bit. Right before the attack, let's take a look. Yeah, that actually swings the economic advantage in favor of MaSa. MaSa now having to deal with this huge attack, but it is full frontal, no sort of flank or anything. The Lings do get a beautiful surround on everything, but the Mutas are not in position to be able to deal with the medevacs, and the medevacs are able to help get all the Thors out of there with high health. The Lings are now going to start to come and try and attack into the Thors again, but the Widow Mine's helping the Thors take them out. A couple of Thors at half health now, the other one at almost full. MaSa's going to back up for now, but that trade was extremely good, and with this base getting taken out, True losing that economic edge that he had. Let's see. It's starting to is starting to be even again. But that's really good news for MaSa, because if he's at even economic stuff, it's going to take a lot. However, Baneling and Ling run by now, going into the planetary, and it's just enough to kill both the planetary and 15 SCVs. A nice Widow Mine shot going to clean up the rest of the Banelings. And the Marines here are going to be able to clean up the rest of the Lings before too much damage is done. The 18 SCV dip, though, is really bad, but look at the army supply, guys. It's the 111 to 59. MaSa now gonna just press his advantage. The Lings and Banelings trying to run by again, but the army is here. The reinforcements are about to join as well. MaSa now gonna run back up into the natural, and this base is under threat. This time there are Widow Mines to cover the retreat. This base is not gonna live. It's gonna get shut down again. There is a Baneling counterattack moving across the map, but I don't think that MaSa really cares. There's just so much over here. Double the army supply. MaSa's maxed out. True ain't even close, man. And these Banelings are going to have to crash through the supply depot. They do, but that takes out so many of them. Not a lot of SCVs are there. 10 drones have gone down. The remaining forces of True are trying to come forward. There is sort of a bit of a counterattack. The Corruptors are here, but with the Thors on the ground, only the medevacs in the sky, the Corruptors are essentially rendered useless. More Widow Mines are joining, and these ones are almost off of cooldown. The Thors able to shell huge attacks at these Corruptors. Banelings running in to healing units. The Marauders tanking beautifully. More Marines and Marauders are coming forward, adding in a bit of extra tech is apparently what MaSa needed to make Vile work. Moving forward are the rest of the Banelings, but they are dead. GG, and MaSa stays alive. Excellent execution of his play. Not going for the reactor is apparently the call. Getting that scout with the Reaper, seeing the Roach Warren and allowing for the bunkers to get up, made sure that no SCV losses occurred to that push. And then just putting on the pressure, keeping his army at the front door of True, allowed MaSa to turn the tables. True always putting him on the back foot, but now True got a taste of his medicine and became a lie. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, guys. Now don't forget, the reason I bring up these shoutouts is because we have sponsors. Because this money doesn't come from nowhere that these players get. It's a big thanks to people like Afrika TV, who helps us with these, who helps sponsor this, 24-Hour Fitness, as I mentioned before, as well as GameStop. Guys, GameStop is here to bring more power to your game. GameStop has tons of deals going on all the time. They just had a series of daily deals for the Christmas and Black Friday stuff that's all going on, but they don't stop there. They have a always-on program that allows you to earn points as you buy games and merchandise to be able to get more stuff for free later on. This membership club also allows you to get discounts on different things and get exclusive perks like advance notice and tons of other things that are included in their program. Go check it out at GameStop.com and see what kind of perks you're missing out on and join their reward club today. Okay. Okay, thank you for allowing me to have a drink. Our next game is going to be played on World of Sleepers. World of Sleepers is going to be moving forward here in a moment. As we move into game number 6, MaSa staying alive, not allowing himself to fall prey to the pain, anguish that is a 5-0 sweep, knowing he will not go down without a fight. Okay, let's switch the overlay, and for the first time you'll see MaSa with more than just an O by his name. It's a good time. Good time, folks. Aight. Now without further ado, and no more twiddling the thumbs or tweeting of the whistle, I give to you the Blue Zerg player, who doesn't know anything other than a pool first, because as we all know, you can't not pool a Zerg. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your virtual hands together for the one, the only, True, and his magnificent opponent. In the bottom left of World Sleepers in the red from Alpha X, playing for his life on match point. It is the one, the only, MaSa. That wasn't as smooth a pan as I was hoping for, but whatever. Hold the phone. It's a hatch first, I'll be darned. True feeling now is not the time to go for the aggressive strat that he's pulled out in the first 5 games of the series. Game 6 is the one where you back it up a little bit. You slow down. you recognize that everything's fine. Also, guys, I haven't mentioned for a while, go use the Matcherino code and the post that you saw this from, whether it was on Wikipedia or on some Discord server or Twitter or whatever. Go use the Matcherino code. Please add 50 cents to the prize pool. These players are pulling in a combined prize pool of $100 plus your donations, so please help them out. Okay, so Zergling speed is done. Now, True is keeping 2 drones on gas. We should keep an eye on that. That means that he wants to start adding in a little more tech, maybe abandoning this a little bit earlier than is typical. Normally you see them go down to 1, even 0 drones on gas. The Reaper has started joining the party and is going to start to chip away at these Zerglings, but has to be very careful. Queen's home! Brenda! Help out! Grenade. Expertly dodged. That Reaper's at too low health to be able to try and catch that creep tumor. Ooh, the Reaper down to 7 HP. Did get a single kill of a... I'm guessing it was a Ling? Oh, it was a drone! The Reaper got a drone! Big boy! That drone... Excuse me, that drone's in a lot of trouble. The Queen, though, getting pushed back by the grenade, getting denied a lot, so... been unfortunate. The Reaper doing so much, denying that for an additional 13 seconds. Excellent play. We do have just a 1-1-1 out of MaSa right now. It's just going to be a typical one with the Hellions being added on here. I don't know if Game Heart was used for this, but that's okay. Ling's going to be running away, and yeah, MaSa here just going to be pretty comfortable. Overlord speed was researched, allowing True to be able to get a good read on what's going on here. There is a tech lab being added onto this barracks, and a fast 3rd CC. Now, it could be for, yeah, and there's the fusion core. I was going to say, this looks like a BC build. It feels like a BC build, and guess what? It is a BC build. With the 3rd CC. Now, the follow-up here. The Hellion and the Reaper will be able to deny some creep. Good job. The Reaper actually able to take some of that damage. A little bit of missed micro there on the Queens from True. You don't want to be targeting the Reaper unless you know you can kill it, because it just regens energy. Damage the Hellions, as it's a lot harder for them to get stuff back. Back at home, we do not see any kind of spore crawlers. We do see additional Queens being built, and a bit of oversaturation here for some reason. They're now just being transferred over here. A couple more Hellions are being added into the tango, but the 2 Queens being tickled a little bit, but not too much. Hellion's being kept alive. How much health is left on that Hellion? 10 HP. Okay, so it can survive a couple more hits from a Queen. A Queen does 4 damage to ground. So, actually, one more hit from either of those Queens would not kill that Hellion. These Hellions able to start look to clear out stuff for the 3rd CC. This Overlord gonna move in and sees only a singular Marine, and so it's like, this feels like mech. This feels like mech. It's gonna come in and is gonna see the fusion cores like, this feels like a battle cruiser build. If we look at the structures tab, it is still just the 1-1-1, but I guarantee you. Whoa! Guys, fun fact, the grenade that a Reaper throws appears in the structures tab. I don't know if you guys saw it, but when it was thrown, it appeared right there. Whew. We're learning all kinds of fun facts today. Didn't even know. Why you would even know that? Next time we see it, I'm going to try and flip to the production tab to show you guys. Hellion's getting either healed up or switched out. 3rd CC is now on location for MaSa. Able is actually keeping up on workers. The BC now moving into the main base. Is going to be able to try and deal some damage, but with 3 Queens there and a transfuse, this battlecruiser is going to have a bit of a rough time. The Hellions and the Reaper, though, diving into the mineral line of True here at the 3rd base, but no drone kills, and that's going to seriously impair MaSa. The drone pull of True was truly scrumptious. And no barbecue today. Apologies to anyone who wants barbecue, but you're not getting it. There's a Ling counterattack here. The wall is up. They built a wall. Unfortunately, there is a Marine to deal with this. And you're going to have to pull a lot of SCVs to get enough repairing in. Some of the northern depots are getting dangerously low. The SCV is getting pulled enough in time. A Hellion is here to help deal with this now. Double armory is going. A second battle cruiser, and the SCV repair is too strong. The Ling's unaware of this third base over here. There was something going on here, but this battle cruiser having 3 kills is going to move on home. Second battle cruiser done. We are probably going to see a third one here. That's usually how things look. The 3 factories are out. Yep, there's the third battle cruiser. Once that third one's there, MaSa will be prepping for a big attack. Defending here, putting down an eBay so you can get things like planetaries and whatnot. The Spire is going to complete though, so we'll be seeing Corruptors, and since True was able to see that it's mech, the Roach Warren is now being added, as well as a 4th and 5th base, knowing there isn't a lot of danger coming out of MaSa right now and can safely double expand. Battlecruisers though want to try and find some damage, like this Overlord for example. Will they decide to Yamato it? No, they feel they can chase it down. They're off to the races. Oh no, it's a disaster. Scan going to be able to snipe all these full creep tumors. Yamato's going down sniping 2 queens. Very nice play. This base going to get tickled a bit by these battle cruisers, but not a lot of danger going on. Nice saturation here out of MaSa, a bit of oversaturation, getting a 4th command center. The rest of it is just getting upgrades. These battle cruisers going to have to teleport out of here as the Corruptors are here. The play now out of True is just to get roaches and keep droning up at a nice 85 drone economy. So actually, he's not going to be droning up anymore. I lied. Another command center, going to have 5 total. And start to move out. Back at home, the production is now at 5 things. We do see Brew Frame. No Cyclones, as battle cruisers are going to be the things that MaSa decides to deal with the roaches. Kind of pulling a fast one on True here too. True getting those roaches to deal with the Hellions, but has Lings too. Expecting Cyclones. That's not the case. These Hellions feel the time has come. They're able to snipe 1 queen at the cost of nothing. But then dive away. The 3 battle cruisers are continuing their march forward. A 4th brother will be warping in soon. Battle cruiser is here. No additional starports just yet to be able to increase battle cruiser production. It is Hellion battle cruiser, a build you'd probably see out of me, no problem. These battle cruisers able to clear up some of the creep. This queen isn't going to be enough, and they're going to be able to take out these roaches. The Corruptors are going to need to start coming in here. Tanks and Thors behind this as battle cruiser production continues, but not at a very high rate. I'm going to Yamato one of the Corruptors, and the teleport, 2 of them are able to teleport out of there. One of them, for some reason, decided, yeah, I'm good. Maybe cooldown was off. I'm not 100% sure. We do have a little bit of an attempt at a Ling run by here, but that's where the army is. And holy macaroni and spicy cheese, that is a lot of tanks. If we look at the units tab, 9 siege tanks are out right now. Good luck. Good night. Holy cow. Those roaches ain't gonna do nothing, especially if they get sieged up. The Hellions with Blue Flame now gonna just light up this queen, barbecuing her to bits. The drones at this base, yeah, they did. He doesn't even pull them, he just knows they go. Spinecrawler does finish up. A couple of the Hellions will get traded out, but the Hellions are moving into here. Not a lot of drones at this base yet, as this is not one of the normal expansions. Mutalisks are out, but so are Thors. I don't know what the point of these Mutalisks are. He's seen the tanks. Well, I guess he's seen the tanks, but he hasn't seen the Thors, and there are still a lot of battle cruisers. Units-wise, there are 18 Corruptors, so these battle cruisers are actually going to have a bit of a rough time. The battle cruisers, though, are going to try and finish taking out this base. There's a good chance a scan goes down, sees where the Corruptors are. The Yamato's going to go down on the hatchery to finish it off. The Corruptors are going to say no. Battle cruisers are back in town. The boys are back in town. And there is a Thor here. Oh, and the Mutas clumped up, deal so much damage. Oh, the Mutas. No. Mutas! Mutt-mutts! You dumb! Dealing a lot of good damage. The Corruptor's here now, too. Oh, they're trying to snipe this command center, and it's not in a place that can land. MaSa, land it! Land it, MaSa, no! Oh, it's a disaster. The Corruptor's just in too high a count. The Corruptor's actually going to be able to do a lot of good damage. The Mutalisks trying to take out as many siege tanks as possible. Corrosive Bile. No, not Corrosive Bile. Caustic Spray going on this orbital. That's going to die. The Thor's unfortunately having to deal with the Mutalisks out of a sign of respect. But they're now just going to fire shells upon these Corruptors. These Hellions now going to transform into Hellions from Hellions and now into Hellbats. I mean, I know what I'm talking about. Swarm Hosts are now out though. Building a few, but although those are good with dealing with siege tanks. Oh, actually, that's a lot. Oh, actually, wow, I was like, they need to be in high number. Well, there's 18 of them, so yeah. Where's the Nidus Worm? Is there any Nidus? No Nidus Worm, so no Nidus Clay. Now is the time where the Terran wants to move forward and press its advantage while the Swarm Hosts are on cooldown. This base is under serious threat. There are going to be some drone kills as well. More drones getting roasted. Yeah, they forgot to use Game Heart for this. Oh well. Lots and lots and lots of drones going down. How many exactly? Nobody knows. The battle cruisers have shown up and are going to start to move forward. And actually, this is a super smart play because the battle cruisers can help deal with the Swarm Hosts. The Swarm Hosts are actually in a lot of trouble. The battle cruisers getting on top of them and are going to be able to snipe a lot of them. The Swarm Hosts trying to move into some kind of safe location. Yamada going down and killing more of them. Locusts do fly, but the battle cruisers will be able to tickle some of them, but the rest of the Swarm Hosts are in a ton of trouble. More Roaches and Corruptors being produced. The Swarm Hosts not really paying for themselves, not really cost effective. MaSa's going to be able to press his advantage. He's got True down to 4 bases, and only one of them is not at all mined out. But it's a little oversaturated on gas runs, but that's okay. This battle cruiser forgot it could teleport, just like Maro once forgot that Terran buildings can fly. I can say that because Maro's better than me. Roach counterattack coming down here to the northwest. And they're just moving in, going to snipe some of the SCVs. Immediate cancel on those 2 command centers. The wall is not fully complete and up. The 3 Thors will be here to help deal with this, but the Roach is going to jump on that and say, heck no. 2-2 versus 2-2 upgrades, but 3 Thors are not enough to deal with that pack of Roaches. The flock of Corruptors are going to come join as well. The SCV is going to have to run away. The Caustic Spray is going to go down on a lot of stuff here. I don't know what the game plan is here, MaSa. Things are looking pretty bleak. Not a very big gas bank here for True at the moment. MaSa does have a good bank, but having trouble spending his money. All the battle cruisers will go down. The renders the Corruptors mostly useless in terms of battle stuff words. Roach is attacking here, but MaSa also expanding to every corner of his side of the map practically. Tanks and Thors now going to try and trade with these Roaches. The Roaches going to have a bad time. There is a sieged up siege tank in the back. The Roach is trying to jump and get and maximize his friendly splash damage. But all the Roaches are dead. More Roaches are joining, but that's just so many Thors. Nice target firing on the damaged Thors. Thors doing a lot of good damage, but more dying than you'd normally expect. But that's nature reinforcements. SCVs and mules are getting put over here. There is static defense around to help deal with potential Hellion run-bys. More and more expansions going down for True, but MaSa now ready to push advantage. True, though, at 139 army supply. MaSa at 87 workers, though. So, I don't know. Caustic Spray going to go down on this planetary. Tad unfortunate. Oh, and on the orbital as well. However, MaSa starting to move forward. More Swarm Hosts were made at some point, though. And so the Locusts are going to start to attack. The siege tanks, though, are not in range of the Locusts. So the Locusts not actually going to really get a whole lot done. The bases over here were denied, were killed by the Corruptors. The Corruptors with their Mega Long Caustic Spray cooldown will prepare to attack here. Stare angrily at these workers. Say, you need to die. And whatnot. MaSa, though, moving up the middle of the map. Not a lot True seems to be able to do. If we look at the units, a lot of his supply is in Corruptors. He's got 15 Swarm Hosts and 19 Roaches, but without the Locusts off cooldown, he's going to be losing bases. He has to have dreamy Locust spawns, and there we go. The Locusts gonna go on top of the Siege Tanks, but nothing's nearby to them. The Siege Tanks gonna... and not even getting all of them. The Siege Tanks just kind of left by themselves. The Thors and the other Siege Tanks are going to kill so much. By the time these Locusts get here, they'll take out a Thor. But two actually before time. And a Siege Tank. Okay, they traded really well for free units. That was pretty good. But this base is now dead. True actually down to 39 workers. MaSa, although down in army supply, so much of that is in Corruptors and Swarm Hosts, neither of which can attack what MaSa has. For the most part, usually. There are now Mutalisks, which will make life difficult, as the Thors have all been taken out. But MaSa's just going to go and kill any base that he can. Oh no, the Swarm Hosts! They're in a bad situation. Their Hellions are getting on top of them, but the Locusts were ready, and they spawned. And yeah, they do a lot of damage, and all these units are out. We do have the Corruptors dealing a good bit of damage. That Liberator's dead. Roaches as well over here, gonna not losing another planetary. Super unfortunate. This planetary is here. MaSa with enough bases though everywhere that he just runs his SCVs around. He's at 92 SCVs though and building 4 Thors at a time. Oh my goodness. Wow. Those Mulists are gonna have a really bad time against those Thors. If he can just keep some Hellions alive and just go Thor Hellion, there's not a whole lot that True can do, and that's pretty true. And then you'll want to get, yeah, Liberators or Vikings in case Broodlords are on the way. I don't think there's a Greater Spire, though. Is there a Greater Spire? No, no Greater Spire, so no Broodlords or anything. Broodlords are what you need to go for next, True. What are you doing? Mulists are here trying to deal some damage. They are able to take out a couple Siege Tanks and a couple SCVs. The Roach is able to finish off anything over here, and this base is gone. In terms of total units lost, 80 drones have gone. Wow, okay, that's why True's having a hard time. And he can't build any more drones. He's starved of money. If we... oh, I can't look at the economic different... actually, yes, I can. At the current one, MaSa, yeah, just raking in the moolah. Rich as a rich person. You couldn't think of anything to go with that. These Roaches, though, gonna have a bad time. Unfortunate for those Roaches. Both players seem to be kind of unsure of what to do, because True, with such a heavy army supply advantage, the Locusts gonna move forward. The Hellions dodging out nicely. The Locusts not really able to move forward and get a lot of damage done. The backup Roaches are here. That base is gonna get cancelled. But the Locusts are gone, and the Swarm Host can't really do a whole lot, and there's still a lot of turn here. True has done a good job at denying bases of MaSa, but MaSa at 100 workers. Stop building workers! No, stop! Stop! No! No, 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 no! But like, why? Why? You don't know! Like, why? No! He's built more, and it's just, no. The Mutt pack is gonna come in here and catch themselves a Liberator for their trouble. True up to 40 workers. At 157 army supply. I thought MaSa was dead a while ago, and then he wasn't, and it looks like he was going to win. But multi-prong attack everywhere, just killing bases. If your opponent doesn't have any bases, he can't have any money, and then can't get any units. MaSa really unsure of where to go. I don't know, guys. I don't know. The Thors move so slowly. But the Roaches can't do anything. The thing is, True can't engage the army of MaSa. MaSa's army is just so well built and has 3/3 that it can kill any aspect of True's army. And it's not the kind of army that can attack altogether. So he's just kind of got to go for this awkward, semi-not real base trade. Oh, that Thor! Magic boxing the Mutas is going to keep a lot of them alive. Actually, all of them alive, I think. But now there's more Thors. And oh no! Oh, bunch of, oh, yep. Those dead Mutas. They're just gonna go and kill some workers. Help MaSa get off of the 100 workers he was at. These Roaches gonna deny this base. The Corruptors, though, gonna say no. We're gonna kill you. There's stuff happening here. The Locust attacking this command center, but the Planetary too good. for some reason, there's no one mining gas here. Now, MaSa's deciding now's his time to attack. He's going to come here and deny this base. So many bases have died. So much has died. 5 hatcheries, 5 orbitals, 1 planetary. Like, just the resources lost is the decades. Nearly 100,000 resources have been lost. So check at the end of the game what it's at. But now MaSa moving his massive army forward. He does still have some army back at home to defend. The army soup is a lot closer this time, and there are no medevacs in this army, which means everything of MaSa's can attack. Locusts are going to come here. Siege tanks doing some friendly damage, but only a Thor goes down. There was enough Hellions and other units here to be able to deal with this. True knows he can't engage the army of MaSa, so he's going for the base trade. The roaches have been pulled to the other side of the map. There aren't enough Thors here to deal with it, so the roaches are just going to start to try and snipe bases left and right. MaSa doing the same thing on this side of the map. The base of True is in shambles. It looks like the base of MaSa is in shambles. All these SCVs will die. Watch that drop dramatically. But don't let it fool you. True is behind. The soup in this case does lie. MaSa just mecking it work. The swarm hosts not really getting a lot done. The locusts with such a long cool time just have to sit there for so long. A couple of Hellions do go down, but the army just has to run away. However, that is a bit hard as the locusts are getting that bonus speed from the creep. But with a lot of them flying too, that's not good. Only a couple more units will go down. Now the locusts are all cleaned up, and the swarm hosts have a ton of time. They still have double all that where we saw them go. That was half the time of the cooldown. But now the swarm hosts are in a lot of trouble and going to have to try and run away. That base is in danger. These roaches over here are going to have a bad time. There's a siege tank and a planetary here as well as a Thor. So this, and with all the missile turrets, that base is not attackable. These roaches are going to retreat over here. There is somehow a base still over here that didn't die. The roaches and drones. Oh, the Hellions getting roasted. Down to 8 workers. 8 workers. He has less workers than he started with at this point. He is ahead in army supply, but something of that is in swarm hosts. We can look at the units tab. We have 3 Thors, 3 Hellions, and 9 siege tanks. That is a bit tricky structures wise. Both players have a lot, but what do? Neither player has any money to build anything. There is 0 mining on the side of True. He literally has no mining at either of his hatcheries. There's nothing. And with his 8 workers, what can he do? The roaches are going to get all cleaned up. And oh my gosh, this is such a scrappy game. It's just swarm hosts left. There's 5 roaches and a queen. Technically, there are 11 lings, but they could kill something. True, realizing that he's got nothing. GG and MaSa stays alive, taking game number 6. Pulling it back, but that was a 24-minute game with, like, I swear, I forgot to stay and check, but 100,000 resources lost, guys. Like, blimey. That was absolutely bonkers. Our last map now is going to be on Neoplanet S, and by that I mean Winter's Gate. Oh, I miss that map. It was such an iconic map. But yeah, we're going to go into game number 7, MaSa, staying alive, making it 4-2. Let's load up the next game and see what it is. I'm going to eat a candy. A candy for good luck. Okay. The overlay, and here we go. Spawning in the top left side of not Winter's Gate, but Triton. Also wintry map. It's the one and only True. Truly now struggling against this mad beast. Ladies and gentlemen, in the red, the Terran player from Alpha X, MaSa. Okay, So we have yet to see any kind of proxy play out of either player. And we're going to be having another hatch first out of True. A wise move, as MaSa doesn't want to play cheeky. He doesn't feel like that's his style in TVZ, I guess. Going a bit more defensive. However, he has been known to pull out some cheeky strats. Feeling just not there, I guess, to be able to do that. True, of course. From Korea. MaSa, I believe, is also Korean, but lives in North America. I don't know where True lives, but that's okay. I think it's Korea. True, just going to be content. MaSa, though, I believe, known for 4 cheeky plays. This time, just going for a couple Marines first. No Reaper. Happy to just SCV scout. See, believing the SCV is the way. This is the way. For those of you who watch The Mandalorian, you can repeat that phrase. SCV gonna see no early third hatch. And that's not really True style. He likes to be a little aggressive. He likes to be ready. He's happy to take his third at the 3-minute mark. Comfortably, no problem. There is now a factory, very fast factory, and a reactor. So we're going to be seeing some kind of Hellion push, or at least pressure out of MaSa here. So we'll see what's going to go down, what's going to be the play, problem, issue. And now the barracks is going to be getting a tech lab. Might be for STEM to be able to do some kind of Hellbat push. I do love seeing a good Hellbat push. Back on the other side of the map, we do have the 3rd base now going down for True. And he is also getting pneumatized Carapace to allow him to get some better scouts on what MaSa is going for. MaSa has shown willingness to go for BC plate and try and hide that tech. So True doesn't want to get caught off guard and just straight up lose, because if you don't have the right preparation, a battlecruiser in your base can just end the game. However, Zergs have gotten really good at preventing that. Just leave that for now, but yep, there's the stem. So I'm guessing it's going to be some kind of... Oh, nope. There's a 3rd CC. So it may be some kind of Hellion stem timing, but looks like MaSa just wants to go for some kind of blah 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 thing. But I was about to say, True stopped at 34 workers. That's because he was supply blocked. We're just going to be sticking with this for now. Pneumatized Carapace is done, so the Overlord's going to be able to see everything. Sees the Whirling Tech Lab. Ooh, it's a 3 racks play. We don't even have a starport yet. Did the Overlord see that yet? Let's take a look at the vision. It just saw the barracks and the factory. MaSa was waiting for that Overlord to come through and then leave, so that he could be securely able to hide, or at least delay the knowledge of what's coming against True for quite a while. So this 3 racks play. 3rd CC might even be a decoy. We will see. But the Hellions just doing their Hellion thing. Roasting, barbecuing, flipping the grill. It's so sad to watch how little damage Queens and Hellions do to each other. Like, it's like watching elementary school children try and insult each other, and it's like, you're a duty head, and the other person's like, well, you smell funny, and then the other person's like, well, you're a poopy pants, and then everyone like gasps like, no, you did. That's right, you heard me. The Overlord coming in, seeing the triple racks play this time though. Somehow not seeing this stuff. I don't know. But there's 5 racks. So it's MaSa trying to play some mind games. Being like, oh, I'm going for 3rd CC. Oh, I'm going for a 3 racks build. Oh, I'm getting a 5th racks, but you don't know. You don't know. Combat shield's now on the way. Deciding that now's the time to get it. Overlord, who's done so much for Ire, will finally die. And the creep spread's a little bit better this game. Not the best that I've seen it, but it's there. It's there. It's definitely been something he's put a little bit of effort into this game at the very least. Fourth base now going down for True. Behind this, he's getting a Baneling Nest as well as a Lair. The gas count is very indicative of Spire play. Going to be Ling Muta Bane. Getting a 5th base. True, loving to do the double expand either time, because why the heck not? They forgot Game Hard again. That's okay. Creep Tumors getting denied. Oh! Sacrifice that Hellion to be like, alright, buddy. We're going to test the taser on you, okay? But I don't want to. We'll put it on the lowest setting. Okay. Ah! Oh, it worked. That's my analogy there. The Marines here. The Marines run by, going to be coming to this side. A lot of Lings here. The Banelings don't have speed, but are on creep. They'll just load up and go into the main. Nothing's here, not splitting his units effectively. Dropping now and going in. Probably going to be able to snipe the Queen. Oh, no! The Queen on 2 HP. Are you kidding me? Are you? That's a shot from Marine. One more, literally a singular shot more, and I would have died. Unfortunate. Now the units have been split, so good luck MaSa on trying to get any damage done. The Hellions now in the middle lap, controlling this watchtower. The 5th base is now completing for True. Good for him, good for him. 2-2 starting for both players. Baneling speed almost done, as well as the Spire. About 6/7 of the way completed. Moving on forward now is this drop again, but ooh! Not quite paying attention, and the Baneling hit is good. Now, I think they might be playing on the Korean server, which is unfortunate for MaSa. He's probably going to have higher ping. It doesn't seem like they've been switching back and forth either, so that's unfortunate. Drilling Claws is going to be the play, and MaSa is getting ready for an attack. Supplies are pretty even, but the army supply being the same. Hellbats now joining the party, but with Banelings with Baneling speed now, even though there's not really any Mutalisks out at this point, I'm a little worried. MaSa, not with a slight army supply advantage, is going to move forward here. Being very patient is True. The Banelings here are going to start to run forward. They kill a couple of things, but the Hellions just get on really low health. Morphing more Banelings, but with the Hellions gone, the Lings feel confident enough to just run through, and they actually clean up everything. The Widowmines not in any kind of good position to be able to help deal with this, and True actually doing a fantastic job dodging the Widowmine hits. A few more Lings than are necessary go down there, but yeah, that push did nothing. It killed a Queen. The Widowmines were definitely out of position to be able to help deal with things. The Hellbats were lost at a very unfortunate time, but MaSa has been massing up units behind this, and is going to go for the next push that he hopes will end the game. There's not a lot behind this. I don't think there's a 4th CC or anything like that. I just got an email. A small attack comes on here, but the Lings are going to cut off all reinforcements. This force is the last remaining force. They are able to take out that 4th base, but there's already a 5th over here. And oh, the Widowmines! Come on, baby! The Widowmines get the worst possible hits known possible. Oh, there we go. That's the big money hit. 12 Banelings go down, but they just ran the gauntlet of so many Widowmines and did not die. But the rest of the Widowmines and Banelings, there's just so many, along with the Mutalisks, are going to push forward. MaSa down 10 supply, but the mass of units out of True is just truly too much. The base here of the 3rd base of MaSa has been stripped of all effectiveness and usefulness. It is just a hunk of junk at this point. The Mutalisks attacking everything everywhere. The Lings are able to get into the natural and the main. Any that did go in there have been chased out, but MaSa is in a lot of trouble. True retreating for the time being to lick the few wounds he gained. Prepare for his next attack. MaSa, unfortunately, has a burning CC. He needs to repair. Oh, he is. Good. He is repairing it. It is improving its life choices. But behind this, 2-2 is complete for both players. And a Thor is coming out and more Widowmines, but he's just producing 1 Widowmine at a time. He needs to be doing 2 at a time. It's really sad. True really could probably close out this game. He's at 75 workers, just needs to hit that Z button and produce units till the cows come home. Emil is coming into from the north for a counterattack. There are no Widow Mines in position to be able to defend against this, but there are a lot of Marines. The Mutalisks, the Mutmuts, one will go down, but they'll fly into the main and get on top of the production. They'll be able to snipe things. Ooh, that Widow Mine! Well, it did get burrowed, but not able to get a shot off in time. There are no missile turrets here, but even if there were, I doubt it wouldn't matter. There's a missile turret along the side. SUVs are dying, but fortunately, this base is starting to get mined out, so it doesn't really matter. The Mutas are going to fly away. The Thor enough to chase them away for the time being. The Marines go marching one by one. Hurrah! Hurrah! They're going to try and kill Berserk. Huzzah! Huzzah! The army supplies in favor of True. I don't know what MaSa will do, but he's gonna try anyway. And there's a lot of Widow Mines just left over. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, the Mutalist has to be super careful. Oh no, they're flying over it. Oh, but the one that wasn't triggered gets taken out first. The rest of the army's now going to start to move towards what was originally the 4th base, but now there's like a million bases. They're going to take it out again, but there are no units here. The Widow Mines are in position, but the flank is beautiful. There are banelings from the north, from the south, the east, and the west. The Mutalisks don't even have to fight. Just everything getting taken out here. MaSa is still at a decent army supply, but a lot of that's just not able to attack in a coherent manner. The Thor are going to eat a lot of banelings, but there's just so much Zerg, guys. True now steaming forward. A drop here back at the 3rd base of True is going to be able to take out the workers and start to nearly take out the base. But what are these Marines supposed to do? They've got nowhere to run. There's no splits available. GG, and MaSa takes the loss. True wins the series 5-2. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming to this edition of the Alpha Pro Series number 135 between True and MaSa at TVZ. I have thoroughly enjoyed casting this for you. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please follow us on Twitter at AlphaXXSC2. Follow me at CaptainCanuck35 on either Twitch and or Twitter. And thank you again so much for watching. We love you. We appreciate you. Please go and use the Match Reno codes and help these players get a little bit more money. And as well, thank you to our sponsors, Africa TV, 24-Hour Fitness, and GameStop for helping make this event possible. Everyone, I have been Captain Canuck, aka the Real Winter Soldier, casting for you, hosting for you, and hopefully making your day just a little bit better. And so guys, until next time, good night, good luck, and have fun. Bye!